Little hands, little feet, an abundance of energy, mischief and naivety, twitching from top to toe, vulnerability, so much vulnerability. We would put trust into the world without any real understanding of what that meant. Looking down to where my hands were once so small and soft. They didn't know, how could they? They reached out for the future and hit the ground to soften the blow. But they weren't always alone. There was a hand held out, fingers to hold and a thumb to stroke my cheek. You were there. You're still there, paused in time in those moments, in my childhood, when you saved me from the world, from my vulnerability and from myself. For all that was wrong, there was real and there was good. And there were hands to catch me if I were to stumble or inevitably to fall. Harsh words were spoken, feelings hurt, tantrums thrown, doors slammed and hearts were broken. But we would be in each other's corners, with our fists were clenched, our arms wide open. Two doors between us as we made our way from new to fractured to the verge of broken. To when we finally learned that yes, it was painful and scary, but sometimes real words had to be spoken. We would be there after the fight, with the note under the door or the stake to the eye. Even if we didn't speak, it was okay to laugh or to cry. With a chair against the door, head in the sky, waiting for time to move, to take me to something and a place and a life that was truly mine. It was something we were told to please hold on to. Please don't wish it all away. Take your time. Don't rush. Don't try to grow up. This is the best it will ever be. I hoped and I prayed in my own little ways to music and art and time spent dreaming away most of my days. I would hear your music through the wall. Wanted to join in more than anything at all. Wanted nothing more than to pure in your eyes, a friend, not just your sister, your little one. I would smoke and drink and do far too much, far too soon, challenge you, hate you, follow you and run away from you. But I was just too annoying, just too small. Tracing in my memories to footsteps back and forth from school, your daily duty to keep me safe was the only real us I got. Horns in place, ready to play and race. Our rhino games would be our place, where we played and sang and ran and you carried me where I couldn't go on. Stampedes up that hill all the way until you remembered your role. You let go of my hand and we walked or raced home. Seeing Mum at the kitchen window smiling for us and waving our welcome. I looked forward to a time we were grown and could play again and laugh and cry and see each other's lives and know that the lost time, the broken moments and harsh words had brought us to this point, made us, and we found us. Cut and broken by glass, by face, by wall, by door, by life. I see your hands as they grew, the picked cuticles and bitten down nails, dry skin on big hands. The ring we got you that you loved, Granddad's watch which you lost. The hands that pulled me into the strongest of embraces. which would bring me back every time to that vulnerable and yet safest of places. I look back, wishing that I could tell those kids to hold on, despite the pain and hurt it helped us, not to let it break us, because it's the only time we would have. I will hold those walks, the fights, the steak nights, the tears, you defending me, fighting for me, and yes, making fun of me, and all the years on either side, forever in my mind. You live in my childhood. It is where I hold you, where your image is paused in time. The version that would catch me, the one that knew how to play and knew where I would hide, the one that would never leave my side. My brother.